Kathleen, I want to hear your perspective on dating in a church and what you've experienced. Talk to me.
First of all, Bishop Kojo, thank you for your ministry. Your ministry is very healing. Your ministry is very lovely. And I'm not saying that in a joking manner, but you are spreading love. And my daughter just got connected on your website, and you really have been bringing healing forth. So, just a shout out to you, Bishop. A shout out to you.
Appreciate it.
So,
Thank you.
anywho, so dating in the church. Wow.
Mm.
I got married relatively young, at the age of 24. I am now currently 54, will be 55 next month. And I dated really young. He was almost 20 years older than me. And so met him in the church, and and I'm from a very small town in Indiana, and he was the hot catch of the church. He was the hot
Mm.
catch of the church. He was like, never been married, had a good job, Savannah, and had a good job, a good man, honey, and nice things, owned his home. And so everybody was trying to go for him, but he ended up liking me. Well, honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, I really, really was not really in love with him, but I just felt like the young man alluded earlier about on paper. And I'm just like, yeah, he'll be a great father. He'll be a great provider. And, I just graduated from college, and I said, this would be nice. This would be nice. So we eloped, turned the whole church upside down. The whole church lost their mind. Like, wait a minute, the quiet brother over in the corner went and got the young girl back in the other corner. And they ran away and got married. Oh, yeah. So I got all kind of cussing out Kojo. You knew I was going after that man, and you too little anyway. So anyway, Kojo. Um, so fast we had a child, and then we adopted a child, and we were basically at the
Oh,
storybook
wow.
family. We had a beautiful home, the white picket fence, family trips, family Christmas. um but back to your title, black women out here in these streets acting funny. Kojo, I went and cheated on the man and had a baby. Yes, Kojo.
What? What?
Kojo.
Deaconess. Deaconess, I
Deaconess
wasn't
did
ready
now,
for
but
that.
I'm saying now, I backslid, but now I'm back with the Lord. I'm back with the Lord now.
I hear that,
But
sis.
I went
Woo.
cheated on the man, child. And let me tell you what kind of man he was. Let me tell you what kind of
Talk to
man
us,
he
sis.
was. The baby daddy was no good. So guess what he did? Guess what he did? He raised my
Mm.
son up until his death. He raised my son right along with my other two daughters. Birthdays, Christmas. And I was at his deathbed when he died. And I told him that you know what, you was a good man. And I that was in 2013. So then I said, let me go ahead and try this thing out again. So I went across the pond, honey, not the pond, London, but I went to another continent. And I was like, this
Mm.
is what I'm going to do. And baby, that did not work out at all, because I sensed something in my spirit that something wasn't right. And then a couple times the Lord called me to the side. And it's like, you need to come on back home to the Lord. You need to come on back home, because you're about to get in some stuff you don't need to be in. You're about to get into some stuff. So I come back home. I still playing around for another year or so. And I had swore when I got on that plane, I said I would never date again. I would never date again. I was like, this experience was not good, and the Lord was right. But like I said, it took me another year or two to finally come home to the Lord. And so I ended up joining like a mega church in Chicago. And so it just is professional environment. Um, very good looking people, good looking women, and there was a wedding every other week. So I was like, wow, people around here really get married. But let me peek this. The women. I was like, oh, where's that brother from? The women was going out, wretched outside the church, cleaned him up, and brought him into the church and got married. And it's still going on today. So these women are going outside the parameters, finding Ray Ray. Now I'm not gonna say all of them was Ray Rays, and cleaning them up, dipping them in the water, getting that Holy Ghost and speaking in tongues, and baby, they in ministry now. Okay. So I looked around the church, and it's like they're all very arrogant. They are all very self-centered, is what you can do for them. So recently, I've lost close to 90 pounds. Okay. So I was kind of that sister that was under the radar. Yes. I got on the bench and healed Kojo, and that's when the weight came off. And I got my t-shirt to prove it. So I got my t-shirt to heal it, babe. I got my t-shirt to prove it. So I said, let me go ahead and try this. So now all of a sudden, Sister Kathleen, who flew under the radar, who was involved with the homeless ministry and all that, now it's kind of like, hey, get out my face. Even I was at Bible study on Wednesday. They was like, what? That's that. Ha ha, nothing. Come on, sister, we got to go home. I ain't talking to none of you Negroes, okay? When I was down there in that homeless shelter cleaning up them toilets, y'all wasn't talking to me. Okay. And you know what? I'm the one that met Seaway, and Seaway can tell you I'm cute. Okay. Ask Seaway. I'm cute. So I was like, I have no time for them. Even the pastor's brother, y'all. Now you really need to get to separate, because I heard your rumor. I heard about you. You a player from the Himalayas. So I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. So one day I just said, I'm gonna check my DMs. Well, my DMs was kind of flooded. So I said, let me go try some of these. So I went through it and I said, I see one. I looked at his page. Oh, honey, every morning he gets up and he runs with the Lord and he does his scriptures. I said, okay, let me dip my toe in the water and try this one out. So I answered this. It was like 4 months old. Okay. So I said, hello, how are you doing? Yo, you single? Now, bear in mind, he's 55. So, okay. So I said, wow. I said, this is my first time responding to you. And that's your first question to me? I likes what I see. Are you 25 or 55? So I was like, so, okay, I'm going to entertain this for like 30 more seconds. Because right then the yo got me. He got me a yo. Okay. And he goes live every Sunday at church. And I'm like, this is going to be a good brother, Savannah. No, child. And so he's like, yo, call this number and you will not regret it. Block and delete. No. So like I said, I tried to dip my toe in the water, but it's pissy. So I said, I will never do internet dating. I will never do it. But a sister said, you know what? Let me check all corners of the world. So I was talking to one of my colleagues. She's like, Kathleen, and she's like 40. So she's like, yeah, I've been trying to internet dating. Write these sites down. I said, you know what? I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. So I had to keep you all posted because this weekend, that's on my agenda. I'm going to go make a profile. And if that doesn't work, I work in a Catholic school, by the way. I'm just going to join the nuns and dedicate the rest of my life to the Lord. Now, with that 2013 has been celibacy as well. Celibacy. So, at 55, I'm at my peak. So I stay before the Lord 24 hours because y'all going to look, because these younger brothers in the church look good. Okay. And I'm like, okay, Kathleen, you can't be a cougar in the church of the house of God. You just can't. You just can't. And the fact that they call you mother should tell you need to bounce off. Hi, mother. How you doing? I don't look like your mother. You call that to Sister So-and-so who's 75 years old. No. And so anyway, I'm going to try it. I'm going to follow up with you all about the dating app and see how it goes. But it's crazy. It's crazy. But one thing I have been doing, Cujo, is that a lot of the sisters, you're right. Some of them are out here straight tweaking. They're out here tweaking, and I feel sorry for the black men. I'm just going to say it, y'all. Don't get mad at me, sisters. Some of y'all doing too much, and y'all are not on that bench, and you're not healing. You're not on that bench, and you're not healing. Because some of y'all out here moving mad. Moving mad. Some of y'all can't even boil an egg, but you want a husband. Some of y'all don't even get your toes done, but you want a husband. Some of y'all want a husband, but won't read a book. He wants to talk about more, and I'm not even lying to y'all. Some of them is even in my age group. You're thirsty, you act thirsty. You're out here being a pick-me girl in your 50s and your 40s. It's cute when you're in your 20s and 30s, but don't be a pick-me at 40 and 50. That's not cute. And you're a grandmother. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So I'm just like, y'all have a lot of issues going on, sisters. A lot of issues. Go watch the documentary. Go do that. Watch the documentary.